Okay guys, I have a 2023 Nissan Altima. I'm going to show you what all the buttons are and the functions and try to explain them the best that I can. And again, this is a 2023 Nissan Altima. This is the base model, so it may not have all the bells and whistles. I'm going to start over here. This right here controls which side view mirror you're going to be moving around. So right now it's on the left, so with this right here we can go left, right, up, down, and we can control where we want this pointing to. To the right, same thing. So that's how you move around your glass part of your side view mirrors. This right here, if we press that in, that's only allow you to roll the driver's side window down. All these other ones are not going to work. That is the child lock or whatever you want to call that. So when these are off, you can roll all of your windows down, but if it's on, even over here, these windows will not work. So that's good to use if you have a kid. Unlock down, this top one is lock, and then these are the window switches. If it has the A on it, that means it's automatic down. You just press it, it goes down. Press it, it goes up. But there's a different way to do it. If you barely press it down, it doesn't do anything. So you have to press it down and then click it again, and that's where it'll automatically click. So there's two settings to it. The first is manual, and if you do it the first and then another click, that's the auto down or auto up. Down here we got the parking brake. You just push it all the way down to engage it, and then to disengage it, you push it and let it go back up. This right here is the fuel tank lid. Just pull it open to open your fuel tank lid. That right there is the hood release latch. You're gonna pull it this way to open the hood. And right here, you got the trunk button. Press it to release and open your trunk. This right here controls the light. We're gonna press the plus button. It's already as bright as possible. If we hit the minus button, your brightness for the interior lights are gonna go down or up, depending on what you wanna do. This right here controls your trip down at the bottom. So it'll cycle through A, B, and your odometer. If you want to reset one of them, you just hold this button. So we're going to reset trip A, we're going to hold it down, and it resets. Trip B, hold it down, resets. So that's those buttons. This right here is your blinker, left, right. If you want to do your brights, you push it in this way towards the speedometer. And then if you just want to do a quick bright but not have it be there all the time, you can just pull it towards you, and that puts the brights on. And then right here, the headlights are off. These are your running lights. These are your lights on, and then you can leave it on auto and it detects if the lights need to be on or not, your headlights. So that's how you do that one. We're gonna move over here. This is your windshield wipers. Push it down, that's kind of the slower, a little bit quicker, and this is the faster one. And then you can also change these settings to how much rain. So if we're right here and we push it down, it's gonna go quicker than if it was right here. So that's kind of a setting within a setting. If you pull it in towards you, that's gonna do the windshield wiper fluid and about 5 wipes, and that is that one right there. Okay, now we're gonna go to the steering wheel. This includes the cruise control, hands-free phone calling, and the horn obviously right here. And then all of these control your info screen and your radio. So we'll start on this side right here for the cruise control. How to engage your cruise control, you press the cruise control button. That's gonna do ASCD on. ASCD means automatic speed control device. And know that it's on right up here. That's going to be on there. If you turn it off, that's going to disappear. So what you do is you turn this on, and then you go to the speed you want to go to, and you press the set button. This is that low one down there. While you're in the set setting, so while the cruise control is on, you can speed up by pressing resume or the plus button, and you can slow down by pressing the set or minus button. To cancel or to stop your speed control, you press cancel. And then if you want to resume it again, you can press this button and it'll go back to the speed that it was at. And then also you can press the brake to disengage this cruise control, and then turn it off. You just press this button again and that turns off the cruise control. So now the hands-free device. So this is the voice command button. You're gonna press and hold this button for 1.5 seconds to initiate a voice recognition session. So if you do this, you can use Siri or whatever there is for Android. And then if you're getting a call, you can press this button. Just press it to answer the call. If you want to reject it, you press and hold this button and it'll reject it for you. And then if you want to exit this voice recognition session, you press and hold it for more than 1.5 seconds and it will exit the session for you. Also, you can use this button if the voice feedback or the system feedback is talking to you. You can just press it to interrupt it and say whatever you want as a voice command. So this is kind of maybe a walkie-talkie type button. Once you press it, that's when you talk. So we got all this figured out. We're gonna go over here. This controls the speedometer, the info screen. So if we go right, this will cycle through fuel economy, radio, driving aids, all that stuff, your warnings. You can go into the settings, change your stability control or whatever VDC stands for, vehicle dynamic control, driver assistance, clock, meter settings, vehicle settings, maintenance, alarm, language, factory resets. You can go through all those. This show your tire pressures, but you have to wait until you're driving. Driving aids, you can press OK. Emergency brake, you can enable or disable those, front or rear. So if you're driving super close to someone from the front, your emergency brake will go without you even touching it. So you can turn that on or off. Same with the back. I was backing up and got really close to a wall, which I knew it was there. I could see it in the screen, but it engaged the emergency brake when I was like a foot away from it. So that was kind of annoying. So that could be a good thing to disengage. Your lane. So when you're driving down the freeway and you're in the lane, if you get really close to it, it can give you feedback or a warning. So you can turn that on or off. And then blind spot as well. You can turn that on or off. Blind spot. I believe the blind spot light is right here. So when someone's in your blind spot, this light will turn on. Okay, so let's keep going over. AM, FM, if you want to change source, you press OK. And that'll go to auxiliary. Just keep going through there. And then you can change your presets. We're gonna go to FM, you can do it that way. And then turn volume up or down with these buttons. This shows your fuel economy. If you want to reset it, you just hold OK. You can reset fuel economy or all. That's distance, time, average speed, and fuel economy. So we'll do all. And then trip, you can reset your trip as well. Speed, if you press OK and hold it, that's going to reset your average. So that pretty much gives you everything you want to know for this. Now we're going to go over here to the radio, the info screen. But first we'll talk about this. This is your hazard lights. Turn them on, turn them off. If you press this button, that turns the audio off. Press it again, turns the audio on. This right here controls your brightness, auto, or you can put it on night mode. So with the brightness, you can change it this way with the tune scroll knob. Once you get to AM FM, you can cycle through your stations with these buttons. If you press audio, it's gonna go to this screen. So if I'm at menu and I just press audio, it's gonna go to that screen. If we press menu, it's gonna go to your menu screen where you can see all of the ways you can connect to music. You got your AM, FM, iPod. If you plug in your iPod to this USB device down there, Bluetooth audio, auxiliary, which is down here as well, your phone, your connections, and your settings. Let's go to settings. You can add or remove your connections right here. So you can get your phone. Right now, we're going to go to settings. You can turn Bluetooth on or off and then change your PIN. Right here, if you want to delete them, you can delete them. I believe there are only a certain amount of spaces. So if there are too many devices connected, you may not be able to connect another device. So it's good to go through these and delete them if you have to. So that's how you delete them. And then USB as well. You got auto change source. You can do on or off, mass storage device class. So we're gonna go back. You can change your sound. This is the equalizer. You can change the bass, treble, balance, fade, speed, sensitive, volume. Volume and beeps, you can change all that as well. Your clock, you can change those settings right there. System voice, those are some settings for the system voice. Your cameras, change the settings for the camera. And then others, display, brightness, contrast, language. That's how you change the language on here. So if you're a Spanish speaker, language, you can go to French or Espanol, which is Spanish. And that's the settings. In order to connect a phone with Bluetooth, you're gonna go to Bluetooth connections, and that's where you can see your Bluetooth connections. You can add a new one. In your phone, it's gonna say My Car, so you're gonna click on that, and then if you need to put a pin in, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's how you connect it. So this is the Bluetooth audio screen. This is the auxiliary screen. So if you plug it in with the aux cable or the USB right here, that's where that's gonna be. So we got that menu. This is your phone, your hands-free device. So if you have a phone connected and you press this, that's gonna give you all of these screens: text message, quick dial, phone book, call history, all that stuff. This is your display. You can turn it on or off just by pressing this display button. This is your back button setting. We can go back with this button. So settings, back. And then this is your tune scroll. So we're scrolling through the stations. And if you press the button, you can change your equalizer as well. And then to get out of that, you just press this or move this around. So that's the radio. We're gonna go to the climate control now. This knob controls the fan settings. So if it's right here, that's off, low, medium, high. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's no buttons at all. It's just this knob. This turns the AC on or off. This button right here gives you air through the front vents. This will give you air through the front vents and then the bottom feet area as well. This gives you air straight through the feet area. And then this does the feet and the defrost for the windshield up here. Leave it on this one. This is the air recirculation button. So if you want to recirculate the air in the cabin, you leave it on. If you want the air to come through the outside, you turn it off. I would recommend leaving this on if you want your AC on and to work at the max condition because it's going to recycle the air. If you smell really bad or you're sweating a ton, I would do that so you're pulling in new air and you're not recycling the air. This is the rear defrost, so when that's turned on, this window back here, it'll defrost with those metal things in the window. And then this is your front defrost right here for the windshield. Also, you have this knob right here, which controls the temperature of the car. This is a manual, not automatic climate control, so you just put it in whatever setting you want. Your AC will work no matter what if your AC is on, but if you put it all the way down to max AC, that's the coldest setting. Okay, so this is the shifter. Pretty self-explanatory: park, reverse, neutral, drive, low. If you need to put this into neutral for towing without the key, you press this, you remove this piece right here, and then push down, and it'll allow you to move this without the key. This is your engine start stop button. To turn it off, you just press it. To turn it to accessory mode, you press it once without your foot on the brake. In order to start it, you have to have your foot on the brake and then press it again and it'll turn it on. So that's how you do that one. This button right here is the DS button. If you're in drive and you press it, it's going to put that S right next to the D, and that's the sport setting. So when you have the sport setting on, it's going to shift quicker and just give you a better sporty feel when you're driving. Okay, now we're going up here to your overhead compartment. This is your sunglasses area. Turn your light on right there. Turn both lights on, your right light. If you press this button and it is on, when you open your doors, the lights will not come on. If you turn it off so it's not in all the way, you open the door, your lights will come on. So that's the setting to turn on or off your interior lights when you open the door. Over here, we got the passenger switch and then unlock lock button for your car. Right here, we have your cigarette lighter or your accessory port. Right down here, if you push this down, you can move your steering wheel up or down. And then to save in that position, you just push it back up. Yeah, that is all. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments section. Again, this is a Nissan Altima, and this is the, I believe, base model, so it may not have all the bells and whistles, but hopefully this video helped. And again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section. I've had a few of these, so I do know what most of the buttons are. Please subscribe if this video helped, and thanks for watching.